Hurry up.
Tonight on UMTV News, 2 prison guards are in custody after details emerging surrounding suicide of Jeffrey Epstein.
And the latest on the impeachment trials, with witnesses coming forward saying what they heard during President Trump's phone call with the Ukraine.
And later on, get your guesses ready. We'll find out what UM students are doing at the Rep on Tuesday evenings. And all that and more, UMTV News starts right now. Good evening and welcome to UMTV News. I'm Zhiwei Zhang.
And I'm David Perez. The holidays are here and the semester is coming to a close.
Yeah, David. It's almost break time on campus, but across country, an infamous case has taken a turn. 2 of the prison guards on duty the night Jeffrey Epstein died in prison are in custody in connection with his death. Both guards turned themselves in and will face charges for falsifying records and conspiracy. According to the indictment, the guards were supposed to stop by Epstein's cell every 30 minutes, but court records indicate they did not look in on him for like 8 hours. Epstein died while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges, but before went to the trial, a New York medical examiner said he hung himself in a detention facility. According to the indictment, the guard falsified the records.
And down here, it's very close to the end of the semester in Miami, and students are busy preparing for finals while counting down to that Christmas holiday. But for students in Hong Kong, things are totally different. Hong Kong University becoming a battleground in the latest round of protests, the campus transforming into an apocalyptic scene on Monday after conflict between protesters and police. Dozens of protesters being held up on campus, surrounded by officers, while hundreds of others were evacuated following the university lockdown. The conflict lasted multiple days.
The second week of House impeachment hearing is underway, with 4 witnesses testifying today. Jennifer Williams, who is an aide to Vice President Mike Pence, and Alexander Winderman, who is National Security Council expert on Ukraine, said they found President Trump's call with the president of Ukraine unusual and improper. Some witnesses say they don't have first-hand knowledge of the July 25th phone call, dismissing elements of their testimony as hearsay.
And officials are searching for at least 2 gunmen accused of opening fire at a football game watch party in Fresno, California. 4 people died and at least 6 others were injured. Lily Marks has the story.
A horrific scene in southeast Fresno Sunday night.
Our just yelling and screaming that multiple people got shot.
Dozens of ambulances, police, and other first responders helping victims shot at a home on Lamona near Peach and Olive. It all started around 8 o'clock. Fresno Police Chief Andy Hall says about 30 people, mainly family members, including children, gathered to watch a football game when out of nowhere, bullets started flying.
The witnesses described only seeing flashes of light from the weapon, as it was too dark on that side of the house to see the suspects.
Hall says it's pure luck that the woman and children were inside the house when gunshots rang out. He believes at least 2 suspects entered a side gate that was unlocked.
They walked into the backyard and began immediately firing into the crowd. There were approximately 16 male adults in the backyard watching football.
Of those 16, 10 men were shot. 3 of them died at the scene and 1 died at a local hospital.
This was not a random act. It appears that this incident was a targeted act of violence against this residence.
Police say the victims, all from the Hmong community. Hall says there's been a recent uptick in violence in the Southeast Asian community. They've had 11 incidents since the beginning of the year. 3 of them just this month were gang-related. One was hours prior to the shooting, where a Hmong man was fatally shot while asleep in bed. Chief Hall now establishing an Asian gang task force.
This will be a combined effort with the Fresno Police Department, its multi-gang task force, as well as officers, Southeast Asian officers from our department who are connected in the community, and our federal and state assets.
That was our reporter Lily Marks. We'll take a short break now, but we'll have more stories coming for you when UMTV News returns.
Stay with us.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
I had a heart attack, a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a heart attack or stroke are far from invisible or silent. Get back on your plan, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
It's Tuesday night, and if you're tired of Disney Plus already, look no further. Reporter Gianna Sanchez tells us about the newest show here on campus at the Ring Theater. Gianna?
Thanks, David. Throughout the year, 4 shows are performed at the Ring Theater on the University of Miami's Coral Gables campus. But the final show of the semester is changing things up a bit. I had the chance to take a look behind the curtain to see what makes this show so different from the rest. Most musicals have a clear beginning, middle, and end, but The Mystery of Edwin Drood is changing up your traditional show.
It's a show within a show, essentially. So you're watching the cast of the Music Hall Royale put on a production of The Mystery of Edwin Drood, which is based on the unfinished novel by Charles Dickens.
The very interesting thing about this show is that the convention of it that it sets is that you're not watching a production of The Mystery of Edwin Drood done by the University of Miami. You're watching a production of Mystery of Edwin Drood done by the Music Hall Royale.
But the show within a show isn't the only twist. The show is a murder mystery with 36 different possible endings.
I think for the company it was fun, but also very tricky. They already had a lot to memorize just as their characters and then, the actors playing the characters. So when we got to the endings part of our rehearsal process, it was a little daunting.
Doing shows sometimes is that it's like, oh, we're doing the same thing again and again and again. And this show really doesn't have that problem because it's like, oh, the ending is different literally every night, which is really cool.
I think that the alternate endings are really interesting. I'm personally seeing it more than once. It's always fun to see when it's different and how it's different.
Each night, the show has a different ending because of the audience. The audience votes on 3 key aspects to end the show: who plays the detective, who killed Edwin Drood, and because every show has a happy ending, who falls in love.
It takes them a minute to warm up and realize that it's okay to laugh and be bawdy and loud and excited, but the company helps with that, and they're having a lot of fun.
I wish I could be in the audience and watch it and be a part of it that way, because I think it'd be really cool to be in the audience of a show like this where it's like, hey, we're asking you to tell us what to do.
So it's just an extra level of connection with the audience, which is really high pressure, but also I imagine it's very fun.
If you're curious to see how tonight's show ends, head to the Ring Theater for Totally Tuesday. All students will get in for free with their cane card. The show will be running until this Saturday. Reporting for UMTV, I'm Gianna Sanchez. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Gianna. And it's a troubling day for Instagram influencers, models, and everyone looking for popularity on a post. Next time you double tap a friend's picture, the world may never know you did it. The social media giant announcing that a test on visibility of likes is making its way to the United States. And if it stayed long term, users will not see likes on posts from other accounts. The update will not prevent you from seeing what likes you have, and random accounts will be selected for the test. Fingers crossed, likers. If you're picked, you will get a notification right after opening the app.
I'm reporter Jacqueline Marino. Sunset Place in South Miami has been packed with active people for the last few months, but this time it's not because a new restaurant or bar. A new fitness studio has opened, and it's more than just a gym. It's a community. One day, Sam Carl, a law student at the University of Wisconsin, decided that law school wasn't for him anymore. So him and his brother Ari have started one of the most popular workout classes in Wisconsin. And now there's a studio in South Miami.
Camps is a 50-minute high-intensity interval training workout. So, outside of that really intense sounding name, it's essentially 50% about interval treadmill training and 50% resistance training. So depending on the day you come in, it's going to be a completely different workout.
What sets camps apart from other studios is a sense of community when you step through the door.
You come in, staff knows your name, they know that you've got kids, they know that you have an exam coming up, they know that you've got an ankle injury, and it just feels like you're at home. Workouts are really hard, but they're really what you want to make them.
So the trainers here are super personable and extremely energetic. They always make sure that you're getting the best you can out of your workouts. They're always there if you need any help during your workout, and they'll explain everything that they need to. Especially when you need that extra push, they'll always be there to push you that extra step further.
It's the personal touch. Really, that's it. If you come in and you have zero idea how to work out whatsoever, or you come in and you're a long-time marathon runner, trainer's going to give you personalized one-on-one attention in the full group all the time. So that's what kind of makes it feel like I really can turn my brain off. I show up, I do me, and I get out of here.
Bumble, the dating app, has partnered up with camps to host a few classes throughout the semester.
All you have to do to get into this class for free is download the Bumble app on your phone, make a profile, and show the front desk, and you're in.
Located in Sunset, Camps offers buy one class, get a week free to challenge yourself and find what you enjoy best.
If I can convince individuals to work harder than they would ever want to work, and while they already don't really enjoy exercising, if I could take their mind off of that for a brief period of time, we can change lives.
Going to camps is an experience and has some great deals, especially for students. Whether you're ready for an intense workout or you want a judgment-free zone where you can go at your own pace, you should visit camps. I'm Jacqueline Marino. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, that's a little more fun than any camp I went to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
A little more high intensity. We'll have more bad jokes after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, stay tuned after the break.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Coffee is making headway here in Miami as preparation takes center stage in one cafe's process of serving. This local cafe owner is bringing a taste of what she sees as his country specialty to the city of Miami. 3 Folk cafes just across the street from the University of Miami's Coral Gables campus. The cafe is known for grinding up unique flavors to create what looks to be a common cup of coffee. But owner and Australian native Teresa Sharp is partnering with local brewer Deco Coffee Company to roast, brew, and extract coffee beans to produce the specialty of coffee she's used to drink back home.
We just thought that in a city like Melbourne, where we come from, there's 2,500 cafes in the city alone. So we've seen it work over and over and over and over again, and we just couldn't understand why, with a little bit of, education and encouragement and enthusiasm about specialty coffee, that it wouldn't work here as well.
The coffee bean is shipped from countries all over the world to be extracted and roasted to a specific temperature to create a natural sweetness that some local residents and University of Miami students are in awe of.
The Rathskeller on campus is known for daily happy hour and good food, but what a lot of people may not know is that every Tuesday is a special night at the Rat. Students show up to the Rat weekly at 6:30 on Tuesdays to compete in Rat Trivia. 2 students run the competition by asking questions over the speaker. Teams submit their answer on wager card, and then the answer is announced to a prize of $30 in a Rat gift card. But even if you don't win the grand prize, all teams have a chance of winning a gift card through the raffle.
This is my favorite night of the week. I'm so happy to be here. Me and my friends love it, and I'm really happy the university offers such a fun activity to do it on Tuesday night.
If you want to participate in the Rat Trivia, just go there on Tuesday night today and have some fun. And that'll do it for this episode of UMTV. Have a great week.
Have a good night and a great Thanksgiving.